So what y'all sisters have just learned, y'all learned that y'all are the Israelites. You know, the first scripture he brought out was John 8:32. That means you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Right. Let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all go to church? Oh, y'all go to church, right? You said no. You go to church? You go to church? So okay. Two of y'all go to church, and well, two of y'all don't go to church, and one of you do. So in church, have y'all ever learned this history? No. You see, remember, when we come out here, we show our people the truth of what happened to our people and why it happened to our people. You got to think about it. The same people that put you in slavery on ships is the same people that taught our people the Bible in the 1800s and basically set up all your theology schools, which your pastors learn to teach you. That's right. So they're not truly teaching you the understanding and giving you the sense. Right. That's what we came to do. We came out here to give our people the sense and understanding. That's right. Give me Deuteronomy 28 verse 46. So now after hearing all those things, y'all got to understand that all those things was upon the children of Israel to let you know who they were in the last days. Right. Because we had to get some type of sign to know who you are. Remember, we ain't black. Remember, like I said, like he said, we ain't black. Black is a color. Right. African American is the name of two different continents, named of two Caucasian men. Leo Scipius Africanus and Americus Vespucci. You have never been African American before 1985. Right. You was not African American. Right. So now you're understanding your history is in the Bible. What we're showing you, you are the Israelites of the Bible, the same people that was in the wilderness with Moses. You are the same people that was getting taught by Christ. You are the Jews. Yes, you are the real Jews. Right. That's what you are learning today. Deuteronomy 28 and verse 46. Read what you got.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign.
What you got to understand is, all y'all got to understand is, all the crime in your community, all the stuff we went through in slavery, everything you see in history, all is going to be upon you for a sign. Right. These curses are upon our people for a sign to let you know who you are, who these people are that's going through these things. Read.
And for a wonder.
Because a lot of people ever wonder why we went into slavery. Wonder why all these things happened to our people. We always wondered these things. It said it was going to be upon us for a sign and for a wonder. Read.
And upon thy seed forever.
And it was always upon our seed. What our people don't understand is, this not your first slavery. You was not just slaves in America. Right. You were slaves in Saudi Arabia. Right. You were slaves in Africa. Right. You were slaves in Babylon. Right. You were slaves in Persia, in Greece, in Rome, in Germany, in Spain. Right. Y'all been constantly in slavery. And it's all because of the disobedience of us. It's our fault that we are in slavery. Because we choose to follow our own path. We don't follow God. Exactly. That's who we're trying to wake up. We're trying to get more of our men. You want to know what's the problem with our community? A lot of our men think it's cool to grow up being gangbangers, selling dope, and not take care of your kids. We think that's cool with us. We see this being publicized in our communities. But remember what he read in Deuteronomy 28 verse 48. It said these curses was that we was going to have to go through them in hunger and thirsting and want of all things, and they shall destroy us. Remember, how do they destroy our people? Give me 1 Corinthians 15:33. How do our people get, how is right now, our people are getting destroyed? How are our people getting destroyed? Let me ask you, how are we getting destroyed today? A lack of knowledge, right? And then I'm going to get that Hosea 4 and 6. You're right. This is the key thing that's destroying our people right now. Read what you got.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 15 and verse 34.
Listen up, so-called blacks. You are the Israelites. That's right. You are the people of the Bible. That's right.
Read. Awake to righteousness.
No, that's 1 Corinthians 15:33.
33, okay.
15:33. Read.
Verse 33. Read. Be not deceived.
Don't be deceived, because this was going to deceive you. This was going to destroy your community worse. Read.
Evil communication.
What is some communications that our people are constantly looking at every day? Television. It's programming our people. It's programming our women to learn that they are thoughts and they are whores. That they are little housewives. I'm telling you, all the stuff that's programming our people. And then our men, we are gangbangers. We are dope slingers. But guess what? The Bible let us know that we are the kings and priests of the earth. That's right. We was the ones that was the examples. We was the kings. Right. That's what the Bible let us know. But society teaches us that we are niggas.
Right.
I'm telling you, these are the type of stuff that we are learning from our evil communications. It says evil communications do what?
Evil communications corrupt good manners.
What is our music teaching? I'm telling you, every song on the radio, money, women, drugs.
Right.
That's all we hear on the radio about our people. We are destroying our community.
Right.
We got to think about these different things. And guess what? I'm a producer myself. So over these record labels, you got people that's mighty men that are not your people, that run it and make them rap about certain things.
That's right.
They making your people, making your people rap about destroying your community.
Right.
I'm telling you, we got to come back and wake up to the knowledge. Like you said, we are destroyed for lack of knowledge. It said evil communications corrupt our good manners. Read.
Awake to righteousness.
So now give me Hosea 4:6. So you said destroyed for the lack of knowledge. What is the knowledge that our people are destroyed for? For what? The truth, right? So I'm going to show you what's the knowledge and the truth. Give me Hosea 4:6 first. Hosea 4:6. Hosea 4:6. You said our people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. And then I'm going to go up to verse 1 and show you why we are destroyed for this knowledge. Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6. Read.
The book of Hosea. The book of Hosea, chapter 4 and verse 6.
So this is what we destroy. This is what it say. Read.
My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge.
Now listen to it say. It said my people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. God's people are not destroyed for the lack of knowledge. What is the knowledge that we lack? Hold that. Give me Malachi 2:7. This is the knowledge that our churches are supposed to be teaching our people. That they are not teaching our people today. Malachi chapter 2. Read what you got.
The book of Malachi, chapter 2 and verse 7. For the priest's lips should keep knowledge.
So the Bible said your pastor should keep knowledge.
Right.
Read.
And they should seek the law at his mouth.
And this the things that they got to seek at his mouth. They should seek what?
The law at his mouth.
The problem with our community is, in our churches, we're not getting taught God laws.
Right.
You're not getting taught a good old sermon about what pastor did, how his whole lifestyle was.
Right.
You ain't getting taught. The Bible say, women, you got to dress in order. Men, raise up your household. You ain't getting taught this in your churches. This is the problem why our community are getting worse and worse.
Right.
Nowadays in church, you can have your pastor can be married to a man.
Right.
You can have in your church now, the women can run the church and be a pastor. The different stuff that was against the Bible. Stuff that was against the Bible. You said, well, you didn't know that was in the Bible? You didn't even know that, did you?
I think a woman still can be pastor of a church.
Okay, so let's get there. Give me, read 1 Corinthians 15:34.
Bring it out.
1 Corinthians 14:34. So now, you got to think about it. You say this, right? America say that too. They say women can do that.
Yes.
They say we can do that. But remember, all the things, why did we go into slavery? Why all this stuff happening? Because we did what? We disobeyed God. That means we didn't do what the Bible say. We did what we wanted to do. Right. So now this is what the Bible say. Read.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 14 and verse 34.
Start at verse 33. Read.
Verse 33. For God is not the author of confusion.
So it's talking about confusion. The word Babylon. America's known as Babylon the Great. It means land of confusion.
Right.
That's what this is, a land of confusion.
Right.
Now a man can be a woman can be a man. It's confusion. So it says, be not deceived. Read.
For God is not the author of confusion,
Read.
but of peace.
But a peace. Read.
As in all churches of the saints.
Read.
34. Let your women keep silence.
So in all the churches of the saints, the women was supposed to learn in silence in the churches. Right. They were supposed to learn from the men. That's
right.
There was a whole order. The whole God got an order of God, Christ, man, woman. This is the Bible though. Right. This is Bible. Right. You see what I'm saying? So the woman was not supposed to be speaking in the churches. But who do what? Read.
For it is not permitted unto them to speak.
So it's not permitted to them to speak in the churches. Read.
But they are commanded to be under obedience.
But they are commanded to be under obedience. Why? Because read.
As also saith the law.
What law? This goes back to the law in Genesis. Right. It was always established that the woman of the order of the woman. So guess what? This is the things that we gotta learn in our community. Right now, how y'all feel about feminism? Y'all feel about equality and everything? Like, you know how they say equal pay, all this stuff. So That's understandable. But in the Bible, it was a whole order with God. Right. You see what I'm saying? Because in America, I'm gonna be all honesty. They teach our black women to be independent. Right. No man in the household. Right. INDEP. They teach our women. And guess what? You can do everything. You can take care of the kids. You can do everything. But guess who's really taking care of our women? This government. That's right. The government making sure you all our people are white. I'm telling you. So guess what? It's not the black man ruling the house. It's the white man ruling the house. That's right. That's what they do. They turned it around on us. That was the Willie Lynch letters. If y'all ever read the Willie Lynch, that was their job, to turn the black man and a black woman to separate the household. Right. That what they did. Because this is how the household was supposed to be. Read what you got. 1 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 3. Read. 1 Corinthians 11 and verse 3. So now we learn in the order that God put it. So it was orders for the man and for the woman. And then after that, give me Deuteronomy 10 and 12. Read what you got.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11 and verse 3. So
listen up to this. You men as well. Because it's very important for our men to hear this thing too, man. I'm telling you. The problem is a lot of our men ain't commanding their households. This is why it's getting like this.
Right. Read. But I will have you to know that the head of every man is Christ.
So we got a head. Our head is Christ, the black Messiah. That's right. Yes, I said the black Messiah. Because he never was white. Read. Right.
Yes, and the head of the woman is a man.
And the head of the woman is her man. Right. That's how it's supposed to be. Not another woman. Not another woman. Right. Not the government assistance. It was always supposed to be her man. Her husband. That's right. Read.
And the head of Christ is God.
And the head of Christ is God. It was always an order. God, Christ, man, woman, children. That's right. That was the family structure. But whenever the family household went off, you had this happen. Give me Isaiah 3 and 12. Bring it out. Isaiah 3 and 12. This is what's going on before your eyes right now. You wonder why a lot of our men are raised up effeminized or emotional, so quick to go off on their brother. Or you see a household's been messing up, right? You see it. It's a lot of us that single parent households. The reason why it's getting raised up like this is one of the reasons right here. Read what you got. Read.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 3 and verse 12. Read. As for my people, children are their oppressors.
Right now, are not our young men killing each other, killing the older generation, killing us all? Right. That's what's going on. Our young men are oppressing us, oppressing our communities. Gang violence, that's oppressing us. It says children are oppressors, read on.
And women rule over them.
And women rule over them. Why? Because in their households, they missing a man. Right. It's no order. They're missing the man. For one, a lot of these young men, they are taught to be taught by the woman. And guess what? They learn, and no offense, women got the emotional side. So they got the emotional side. So now men are learning to be emotional. Meaning they're quick tempered. They're ready to go off on their brother. He's stepping my shoe, I'm ready to kill you. You see what I'm saying? We learn that from being raised in single parent households. That's right. And also, it says, what, read on?
And women rule over them.
And women rule over them. This is also starting to happen now in our adulthood. Now you got women ruling over you in adulthood. Right. You ain't commanding your household. This is the thing about it. You know what I'm saying? Guess what they teach? But you don't know why all this happened? Based off the Willie Lynch letter. It's teaching our women to be independent. Their independent mind state. Right. They teaching our women. I wish I could pull that up real quick. But read on. Yeah, Willie, give me that Willie Lynch. Give me that. Read what you got.
Oh, my people, they which lead thee, calls thee to earth.
So it says, oh, my people. The people that's leading you now, it calls for our people to put more off more sin. That's what happening. All these was tools to destroy our people. Right. So now, and since that fact happened, now you see this, Hosea 4 and 1. Now it created this part. And then give me that Willie Lynch. Hosea chapter 4 and verse 1. Read what you got. Hosea 4 and 1. In fact, give me the Willie Lynch first. What we got? Page. This is the book of the Willie Lynch. This is history of what the slave man said they was going to do to us. This is the creation of the slave. This is the creation of the modern day slave today. Read what you got. The Willie Lynch letter. Start at 18. Page 18. Read what you got.
This is the book of the Willie Lynch letter, page 18. Read. Understanding is the best thing. Therefore, we shall go deeper into this area of the subject matter concerning what we have produced here in this breaking of a female nigger.
So now it's telling you how they did. They was going to break the female nigger. Yes, this is crucial. This is what the slave master wrote to each other. Right. This is the truth. Our people got to get taught this. This is what they said they was going to do. Read.
we have reversed the relationships in her natural uncivilized state.
So they said they reversed the relationship. Instead of what the Bible said, how it's supposed to be man over man, woman, they put the woman over the man.
That's right.
This is what they did in our society. Read on.
In her natural uncivilized state, she will have a strong dependent.
Don't our women say we independent? The Bible says that now it will create this woman to have a strong dependent on what? Read.
A strong dependency on the uncivilized Negro male. And she would have a limited protective dependency toward her independent male offspring, and would raise female offspring to be dependent like her.
So guess what? So now she raising up females to be independent. She ain't raising them to be like, be worried about the man. Right. She raising them up to be independent. This was going on in our households now. Read.
Nature had provided for this type of balance. We reversed nature by burning and pulling one uncivilized nigger apart and bullwhipping the other.
That's what they did in slavery. Right now, you got to look at it in society. You remember through the 60s, through the 50s, we was marching around saying, I'm a man. The men, all black men was doing that. We was marching. We was getting dogs sicked up on us. All the stuff our women see our men go through, it makes them look less upon our men.
Right.
It makes them be like, oh, well, our men, the white man really dominant. It made a lot of women look down on their man, on their black men. Read.
Bullwhipping the other to the point of death.
You say that's not true. You say it's not true. It's not. You say it's not true. But it happened. It happened a lot. Yeah, that's why I said remember, today a lot of our people are waking up. You know what I'm saying? Today a lot of our people are waking up. But this was the creation. This is what it ended up creating at first. But guess what? Go to Hosea 4:1. This is also what it ended up creating. Because that's what it started from there. Now our households are getting raised like this. Hosea 4:1. Remember I talked about how we were destroyed of a lack of knowledge. This is what it ended up creating. Read what you got.
The book of Hosea, chapter 4 and verse 1. Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel. For the Lord have a controversy with the inhabitants of the land.
So the Most High God ended up getting mad with us for what? Read.
Because there is no truth, nor mercy, or knowledge of God in the land.
This is the whole problem. Because I'm going to ask y'all a question, right? A lot of our people go to church, and we learn this. No knowledge of God. Let me ask y'all a question. Here we go. Y'all, a lot of people went to church on Sunday, right? Is Sunday worship in the Bible? No. Is Christmas in the Bible? No. Easter in the Bible? No. So guess what? It says that y'all are scoring, y'all don't have that knowledge. Our people are not having the knowledge of God. Read.
By swearing.
Now our people are swearing. They say on God, on gang, on my mama, on my daddy. That's what they're swearing. That's right. That's what our people are doing. Read.
And lying.
And lying to one another. Read.
And killing.
And what?
And killing.
That's what's going on in our communities. Right. Now we are killing one another. Read.
And stealing.
And stealing. Read.
And committing adultery.
Boyfriend after girlfriend, boyfriend, girlfriend. This is the stuff that's going on. Adultery. Fornication. This is what the land have happened. This is all the results of all the things that end up happening when we went against God. Read on.
They break out and blood touches blood.
Black on black crime.
That's right.
That's what happens. Black on black crime. Blood touches blood. Black on black crime. This is what's going on. Because our people choose not to follow the knowledge of God, but follow what they learn in church.
That's right.
All I gotta do is believe. I can shoot them in the face. Bow. I believe though. Right. I believe in Jesus. I believe. I'm telling you, that's not Bible. Right. That's not Bible. That's your slave man's doctrine.
That's right.
That's not it. We're supposed to stop doing it. Change from it. Come back.
That's right.
That's the whole point of the Bible.
Right.
But when people say, oh, well, I believe in Christ, that's all that matters, and think they're going to get to heaven, they are so wrong.
That's right.
Exactly. Read on. I'm telling you, read.
Verse 3, therefore shall the land mourn, and everyone that dwelleth therein shall...
So now our land is in mourning. We trying to figure out solutions, the problem. The solution is coming back to who you are. Give me Deuteronomy 10 and 12.
Bring it up.
So now the solution is coming back and humbling yourself to the word of God. Because remember, why are we going into slavery? For what? For what? Why are we going into slavery? Why all this stuff happening?
Because we got lack of knowledge.
Lack of knowledge? What's the main reason why this thing? We ready. Remember Deuteronomy 28. What's the reason? What's the reason? Y'all gotta know. Listen, I want y'all to walk away knowing why did we go into slavery? Right. Why is it black on black crime? Why we in the ghettos? Why? Why happened? Deuteronomy 28:15 didn't give me Deuteronomy 10 and 12. Remember, that's why I said we want to make sure y'all understand clearly why it happened. I'm gonna go right back and show it again, just in case we forgot. Why these things happening to our people? Why? Right. Read what you got.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15.
Read.
But it shall come to pass.
So this is Moses speaking to the children of Israel in the wilderness. He told them if they was to go off against the Most High God, this was going to happen. This was going to come to pass. That what? Read.
If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
If we would not listen to God's voice, which is this Bible, read.
To observe, to do his commandments.
If we did not do what he said, his commandments, read. And as a nation of people, read.
And his statutes, which I command thee this day.
Read.
That all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So he said all these bad things that I was going to list of what's going to happen, like the cursed in the city, the cursed in the fields, not of our people having their own business to go to. You got to go to them for hunger, food, thirst, and everything. Your yokes of iron upon your necks. Your children was going to give another nation of people. All them curses came upon us. That's why all these things happen to our people.
That's right.
Because we disobeyed God, first and foremost. We went against him and we followed other gods.
That's right.
We followed idols. We went into idolatry. That's why it happened. If you read the Bible, you read about Israel, they was in idolatry. The Most High God kept punishing them.
Right.
That's why we go through what we go through, because we kept going off. We kept going astray. So now go to Deuteronomy 10 and 12. So now understanding that, this is what you got to do. Read what you got.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10 and verse 12.
So listen up. This is what the Most High God had to say to you. Read.
And now Israel.
Because now, based on what the other brother was teaching, the other officer was teaching, he was going through all the curses of why these things happen to our people. Now you should understand that you are Israel. The Bible said the Israelites are going to go into slavery on ships. That they was going to be last hired, first fired. All this crime is going to be happening to them. So the Israelites, now Israel, read.
What do the Lord thy God require of thee?
This is what God is asking y'all. Now you know you Israel, what do God require of you? Read.
But to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul.
Read.
To keep the commandments of the Lord in his statute, which I command thee this day for thy good.
That's what he wants our people to do. He wants you to come back to the commandments now.
Right.
Since you went into slavery for what? Breaking the commandments.
Right.
That's the truth. You've been into slavery for breaking his commandments, going off, following your own ways. So now come keep his commandments and the faith of the Messiah.
That's right.
Stop going off your own way.
Right.
Because remember, it said to love him, right? Do y'all love God? We love God, right? We love God. How do we show we love God? Can we give God a hug? You said we can?
My hair's not right.
We can hug God right now. I can just go hug God. So how do we show we love him? You said what? Actions. Because guess what? That's the best. If I got a wife. If I'm gonna show I love my wife, my actions gotta be able to show it.
Right.
I can't be abusing my wife and saying I love my wife.
Right.
Because I'm a hypocrite. So now this is how we love God. 1 John 5 and 3.
The book of 1 John chapter 5 and verse 3. For this is the love of God.
If anybody say they love God, this is how we love God. Read.
That we keep his commandments. And his commandments are not grievous.
That's how we love him. We keep his commandments, and it says his commandments not grievous.
That's right.
Meaning they're not hard to do. They're not hard. It's not hard to stop killing. If you was a killer, don't kill.
Right.
If you was a thief, stop stealing.
Right.
It's not hard to do.
Right.
It's the problem is it's hard for us to understand that all the things that we went through is because of breaking simple laws like this.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So now, what we got to do? Acts 3 and 19. Read. Acts 3 and 19. This is what we got to do as a nation of people. And then, so remember, it says keep the commandments, right? So now, after this scripture, I'm going to give you a commandment that a lot of our people are not keeping right now. Because remember, the commandments is what's gonna help heal our nation.
Right.
If everybody started applying the commandments in our communities, it wouldn't be no crime.
That's right.
This the solution. People want the solution to crime, keep the commandments.
That's right.
Read.
The book of Acts, chapter 3 and verse 18, verse 19. Repent ye therefore and be converted.
So it says repent and be converted. Remember, in church they say all the time, come down, repent, right? They say repent. But they put their hand on your face and say, no, you believe in God, you believe in God, I believe, you say. That's what they do in church. But how do we truly repent? What does repent means? What does it mean to convert? Turn away. Or what? Or change.
Right.
So now, what's going to convert us or change us? Psalms 19 and 7. Psalms 19 and 7, read.
The book of Psalms, chapter 19 and verse 7. The law of the Lord is perfect.
God's laws is perfect. This is what's, like I said, if everybody start keeping the laws of God in this community, it won't be no crime.
Right.
In Little Rock, period, it won't be no crime in Chicago.
Right.
It won't be no crime in Memphis.
Right.
It won't be no crime where we at. The whole point of all these bad things happening because we go and follow our own thing. We do what our mind say we're gonna do instead of what God say.
That's right.
Read.
Converting the soul.
It says the laws of God is perfect, converting the soul.
Yeah.
It changes you.
That's right.
It turns a man that used to sell dope to his people.
Right.
That used to be a gangbanger into stop gangbanging.
Right.
Stop selling dope to his people. Guess what? Now he's healing his people,
That's right.
teaching his people. That's what the Bible can do. And it can do this to a lot of our people, all our men, if they come follow it.
That's right.
And come back to they really and truly who they are.
Right.
Not who America taught our people to be. Read.
The testimony of the Lord is sure,
Read.
making wise the simple.
It turns a simple man to a wise man.
right.
And those people that think they might be wise, guess what? They're gonna be shown that they were simple.
Right.
This is what the Bible do. It says the laws of the Lord are perfect, converting the soul. This was gonna change us mentally and spiritually. So
right.
now I'm gonna give y'all a law. Give me 1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 9. And then give me Deuteronomy 22 and verse 5. 1 Timothy 2 and 9. So since I got sisters out here, you know what I'm saying, I'm giving scriptures about the woman. You know what I'm saying? So, and then guess what? When brothers start coming up here, guess what? We got a whole lot of scriptures for brothers. Don't think we just gonna get together on a woman. No, we got scriptures for the brothers. Because brothers gotta raise their households and get themselves right. Read what you got.
The book of 1 Timothy, chapter 2 and verse 9.
Read.
In like manner also,
Read.
that women adorn themselves in modest apparel.
This is what our women gotta do. Adorn themselves in modest apparel. Don't be like Cardi B. Don't be like Nicki Minaj.
Right.
Don't be like, what's that new girl? The Stallion, Megan the Stallion. Don't be none of that. I'm telling you, all women got to dress in modest apparel.
right.
Because guess what? Our men won't look at you. The first thing they see is butt and breasts.
Right.
That's the first thing they see. I'm telling you, you think he like you for your personality? No. And then you wonder why, what? Boyfriend, girlfriend, baby mama, baby daddy.
That's right.
Why? Because of the appearance. You are getting men that's not attracted for the mind, they're attracted for that body.
That's right.
But the Bible lets you know how you're going to get a good man. You got to start dressing in modest apparel.
That's right.
Modest apparel. This is how deep modest apparel go. Give me Deuteronomy 22 and verse 5.
Bring it out.
I'm going to show you how deep modest apparel go. You remember how we just read the Willie Lynch letter, right? Their job was to make the woman, they got to make the nigger woman, that's what it said in the Bible, in that book, nigger woman, make that woman and make her dependent over the man.
Right.
Meaning make and reverse the roles. Make the black man depend on the woman.
That's right.
And the woman be independent. That's what their goal was to do. And feminize the man.
That's right.
That's what they did. And it's happening. You see it's going on. So now in turning back to the Lord, we got to reverse the cycle. Bring it back to how it truly were. This is one of the steps. Deuteronomy 22 and verse 5. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22 and verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
Read on.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
So now I'm going to start off with the second part. What is a woman's garment that a man is not supposed to be wearing? A dress. You are on point. I am not supposed to wear a dress. I am out of order when I'm doing it. Tyler Perry is out of order. He can't be doing it.
That's right.
That's out of order. You know what I'm saying? It says the man is not supposed to wear a dress, but read on. It said, read.
For all that do so are an abomination unto the Lord thy God.
That's an abomination unto the Lord thy God, meaning God look at you like throw up. He look at you like a bummer. Ugh. You know what I'm saying? That's how God looking at us.
Bring it out.
So when our men do that, but what's the first part? Remember that first part. Read it again. First part. Read.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth.
Now, what is the thing that women are not supposed to wear? Bam!
Bring it out.
Bring it out. That's what I'm talking about, sis. You didn't modest the perm. So now, like all women are not supposed to wear pants. I'm gonna ask you, sis, you acknowledge me. When did our sisters start, when did black women start wearing pants?
I want to say after maybe slavery, right?
Right, you're right. Around what time period? Let me see if you can guess. You probably gonna guess it. What time period? What time period?
Maybe the 90s.
No, a little bit before then. What time period y'all think the women start wearing pants?
I started wearing it in the 70s.
In the 70s, you right. 70s and 60s era was when the women start wearing. You wanna know what movement was going on when women would start wearing pants in the 70s? You had the what? You had the what?
Civil rights.
You had the civil rights movement going on at the same time. There was another movement going on at the same time where women was trying to wear pants.
Maybe because equality?
It was the women liberal movement / feminist movement / lesbian movement. There was a slash in it, // That's what it was. Just like how they pushing again, they pushing that feminist thing again. Same thing was going on in the 70s. They did it then to destroy the community of the black man and the black woman.
That's right.
Whenever they start telling a woman, guess what, you above your man. But guess what, in the so-called white woman household, they know who they man. They know they got their man with them.
Right.
But they tell y'all that no, you above your man.
Right.
This is what was happening in our community.
Bring it out.
So now, in understanding all this stuff of where it came from, now we got to come back. God said for you women to start get away with them pants.
That's right.
I'm telling you, because guess what? I just said a key thing earlier. We were kings and princes. Guess who y'all were? Y'all were princesses.
That's right.
Have you ever seen a princess wearing pants?
Bring it out.
No.
Teach
y'all are princesses. Stop being what America told you.
Right.
You are nothing. You are the Israelites.
Right.
You are God chosen people.
Right.
Come back to that. Because this is what's going to heal our community. These are the different steps to take.
Now they will see the true men of God. We are not black men, we are the Israelites. Take care of our wives. Take care of our wives. And our children too. And our children too. We have abandoned. How are you? People want to know who's the king?
Oh, nation of Israel, it's time to return to the Father. Oh, nation of Israel, it's time to return to the Father.
Now why they trying to make it so hard to serve God? And why when I say that I'm a Jew it sound odd? For years I've been walking around saying that I'm a black man. I ain't saying that no more, it sounds wrong, man.
This is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels. Stay up to date with our latest events, music, and classroom lessons. IUIC plans to continue visiting different countries where this gospel has not been preached before. IUIC needs your help in pushing this truth. So join us. Subscribe to our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and podcasts, and stay up to date with us. For more information, please visit www.israelunite.org.